Dear student, today we are going to discuss about the topic that is the tax revenue. Myself, Captain R.S. Jamnuke, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Mahatma Phule, ASC College, Parvel. Today's topic is tax revenue. Tax revenue. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the introduction, sources of the public revenue, objective of the taxation. So, when we are talking about the introduction, in this introduction we can see that is the government need to perform various duty and the functions, so that government require the revenue. Government require money, government require revenues. What are the sources of that revenue? This is going to discuss in this chapter or in this lecture. Government require large amount to spending on the welfare of the people. Ultimately, government is the responsible for the people. So, government always try to make welfare scheme for the people. So, that is most important. Public revenue, what is meant by public revenue? Public revenue refer to all the income of the government from all the sources. Whatever the sources have to the government, so that all money collected through the sources, that is the public revenue. Maybe that sources tax revenue, non-tax revenue, fine and all these things. Okay. So, revenue of the government determine the public expenditure. If the government revenue is high, then automatically government will spending more money on the welfare of the people, to develop the country, to launch different scheme. Government will spending more and more if government have the enough money. Okay, so that is important. Government should have the sources of the income. So government increases the public revenue by the tapping all the possible sources. Dear student, the modern government's activities are increased day by day. So government always try to find out the different ways of the public revenue. So, if you see, the government of India has started different type of the taxes. Why? Because of government need the different sources of the money. Because government activities are increasing day by day. But as far as government spending is concerned, government revenue is not increasing. So, government try to find out the different type of the taxes, GST and all these things. New taxes are introduced by the government. Why? Because government are finding different type of the sources to increase their revenue. So that is important. So sources of the public revenue. What are the sources of the public revenue to the government? If you find out the revenue sources of the government, you can see there is a tax revenue. Tax is the major source of the government. Means tax revenue, there are again two type of the taxes, dear friends. One that is the direct tax and another that is the indirect tax. What is the difference between direct tax and indirect tax? Direct tax is that tax which cannot be shifted to anybody. Means this type of the tax, that is the direct tax, cannot be shipped to anybody. Means the person who possesses the tax, he cannot ship to anybody. He must be paid to the government, and tax is compulsory charge to the government. So that is the indirect tax. So definition of the indirect tax: the burden of the tax and the incidence of the tax are purchased by the same person, and the tax never be shifted to anybody. That tax can be called as the direct tax. Okay, so for example, direct tax, that is the personal income tax. Dear student, personal income tax we cannot shift to anybody. We are receiving money through the salary on all these things are different type of the ways. So on that tax we should giving the income to the government, that is the personal tax. So every salary person are giving that tax. Again, that is a tax, corporate tax. Corporate tax means the tax which is imposed on the company, which is imposed on the production production units, that is the corporate tax, means each and every product is produced by the company. On that product, government of India impose the taxes. So again, this is the direct tax. Then fringe benefits, different type of the benefits, if you get it, that is another types of the tax revenue. So that is the direct tax. This is one of the major source of the government of the revenue. Again, there is an indirect tax. So indirect tax is that tax in which the burden of the money and final incidence of the money are possessing by different persons. Means the same person cannot bear the burden of the tax. So that is the indirect tax. For example, custom duty, that is the indirect tax. Custom duty means whatever the export and import done by the country, on that product the tax is levied or imposed, that is the custom duty. Again, good and service tax, that is the GST. Recently government of India has introduced the GST, means collection of all the tax and make a one tax, that is the GST. So this is the impose on the commodity, means this tax is imposed on the commodity, or each and every person are paying this tax because of we need different type of the commodity, guys. Again, this is the tax revenue. Under the category of the tax revenue, direct taxes and indirect taxes, these are the main sources of the government revenue, in which we have find out that the personal income tax, then corporate tax, then fringe benefit. In case of the indirect tax, there is a custom duty, again good and service tax. So this is all about the taxes. Again, non-tax revenue. When we are talking about the non-tax revenue, there is a administrative revenue. This is the administrative revenue, means government taking some revenue from the administrative, that is the fine and penalties. Suppose some fine and penalties imposed by the government, so that is one of the source of the government, but the major source, that is the tax revenue. Then special assessment, this is one of the major source of the government revenue. Special assessment is one of the important. Then escheat means nobody is the owner of that property, and it may happen that the owner of the property or the money into the bank near about 1,000 or the crore rupees, and the person is not alive or he is dead. So who is the owner of that company or that money or that all the wealth? Ultimately that all money goes belong to the government. That is the escheat. Then fortuite, then profit of the government enterprises. There are number of the companies which is known as the public enterprises, means managed by the government, run by the government, and the control by the government. That all the companies which is related to the government which is belong to the government, that companies are earning profit, and that all profit are again goes to the government in form of the revenue. So that is one of the important. The profit of the government enterprises is one of the revenue of the government. Then gift and grants. Government get the different gifts and the grant from the foreign countries. This is one of the important sources of the revenue. So what are the objective of the taxation? Dear student, why tax should be imposed on the people? What are the objective of the government to imposing the taxes? Why taxes is imposed on the people? So the first and major objective, that is the rising revenue. I earlier told you that the tax is the major revenue of the government, because government performing various duty, so that require money, and money is came into the government hand by the rising various revenue. Again, this is the one of the important objective of the taxation policy. Then reducing the regional disparities. Okay, so reducing the income inequalities. Reducing income inequality means there are rich people and the poor people in the country. If you think about India, there are still 20% people are living under the below poverty line. 20% people living below poverty line. We can say that BPL means they do not have that idea whether they get food at night or not, and rest of the people have the enough income. So there is a income inequality. Some persons or some people are getting more income and some person are not getting the food or butter. So this is one of the major problem in India. So the government are imposing the taxes those person having the higher income, and there is no taxes on the person who have the less income. So this is one of the policy of the government, or this is the one of the objective of the taxation to reduce the income inequality. For example, there is a Tata Birla Ambani who have the imposing higher taxes. Again, those people are poor, there is no taxes. So these are the objective of the taxation. So the third number, that is reducing the regional disparity. Regional disparity means some states are more ahead in economic growth and development, but some state, for example, let us take example of the Bihar, Orissa and all these states are more backward rather than the rest of the state. For example, Maharashtra, Gujarat, these states are the higher path of economic growth. So it is a duty of the government to reduce the regional disparities and to make a proper development among the all states of the India. So this is one of the important objective of the taxation. Again, there is a protecting domestic industry. Look at that once again, guys. Import and export are very important. So if you want to compete with rest of the companies, especially I'm talking about the foreign companies, we should be protect our domestic industry. So at that time, government are imposing more taxes on the foreign companies, and there are less taxes on the Indian company. So what will happen? The Indian company will compete with themselves automatically. There is a existence into the economy. That is one of the important thing. So this is one of the important objective of the taxation, to protect the domestic industry. Again, there is a regulation of the consumption and social welfare. There are some commodity which will affect on our body. Let us take example of the tobacco, wine, liquor. So there are heavy taxes imposed by the government. What are the reason behind it? The reason behind it, to welfare of the people, to welfare of social welfare. Social welfare, there is a higher taxes on tobacco and all these things, and there is a lower taxes which is required for the common people. So that is one of the objective of the taxation. Again, there is a price stability. Dear student, if there is a continuously increase the prices of the commodity, the common people cannot be purchase that essential commodity or essential thing. So that it is a duty of the government to impose such a tax on such a way that the stability should be maintained. So this is one of the important objective of the taxation. Again, control of the cyclical fluctuations. There are again and again come into the business cycles into the economy. For example, look at that. These are the waves of the business cycles. Once there is a recovery, there is a again peak, we can say that prosperity. Again there is a slowdown, there is a recession, and again the economy is moving toward the upward direction. So these type of the fluctuations happen into the cyclical form. So to control all these things, tax should be used as an instrument. So this is one of the objective of the taxation policy. Then reduction, or we can say that reducing the BOP difficulties. What is meant by BOP? BOP means balance of the payment. When one country is made its transaction with the rest of the country, that all the transaction are calculated in one form, that is nothing but the balance of the payment. So to maintain the balance of the payment, tax is also one of the important for the difficulties. Then again, promote the economic growth. Growth is one of the important thing. Every country wanted to achieve the higher growth. Right now, if you think about India, near about 8% economic growth rate. So, economic growth rate, there should be the low taxes, and we should give the more consumption for the people. So, that will be increase or accelerate to the economic growth and development. So, these are all the objective of the taxation policy. Dear student, this is all about the taxation and objective and importance of the tax revenue. Okay, thank you very much.